This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
Tonight, St. Louis County leaders say they are celebrating life after an infant was surrendered in this, Missouri's only baby box. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. 5 on your side was there this past summer when the Melville Fire Protection District blessed the infant box. Today we returned after getting word that the first baby was placed inside. Our Justina Coronel joins us live with this report from the firehouse.
A baby girl was placed in that box last Thursday, and now I'm told they're trying to raise awareness and tell people that this process does work. Striving to save lives, the Melville Fire Protection District does it daily.
And last week, all the hard work, it all was worth it.
And one of their most recent efforts paid off.
A beautiful, healthy baby girl was safely and anonymously surrendered to us here at House 2.
6 months ago, Station 2 revealed it had the only safe haven baby box in the state of Missouri. Just days ago, the first infant was placed inside.
The baby was several hours.
Monica Kelsey, founder and CEO of the Safe Haven Baby Box, said everything went as planned. It's a plan that matters to her personally.
Most of you know that I was abandoned as an infant 2 hours after my birth mom gave birth to me. This baby was not abandoned.
Monday, the fire district held a news conference for a few reasons. One, to thank the mom.
There is free medical care for you, and there's also free counseling for you if you need it.
2 is education, that there is a law to keep you anonymous.
What we're doing in the boxes is keeping babies out of dumpsters and trash cans, which was what was happening prior to baby boxes.
Here's how it works.
The outer door opens, that triggers the first alarm. This packet of information is for the parent. Once the baby is placed inside the incubator, it sends an additional signal, and then the crews will be notified that there's a baby in the box.
The Melville fire chief said everything went smoothly after testing the box weekly. The baby girl is now under the care of the Missouri Department of Social Services Children's Division. He is proud of his crew, a crew that he said saved a life.
Our critical care paramedics, our critical care RNs, our fire medics, our fire personnel, we bring everything to the table when it comes to being able to deal with emergencies like this.
We're told they're remodeling Station 5 in Green Park, and they hope to add another baby box at that location by the end of next year. Reporting live, Justina Coronel, 5 on your side.
In less than an hour, the city of New Haven, Missouri will discuss the future of law enforcement in their town. New Haven is about an hour from St. Louis in Franklin County. Leaders there dissolved the police department after the chief resigned just 23 days after taking the job. Our Laura Barczewski is live there now, and Laura, we understand they're expecting quite a crowd tonight.
Yeah, Mike, they actually had to move the meeting to the American Legion so they could have more space. And as you said, it starts at 7 o'clock tonight. And the New Haven Board of Aldermen will be talking about what policing their town will look like just after the former chief, John Hallquist, resigned just days after being appointed. He said he couldn't be a part of the department after learning things that were not disclosed prior to taking the job. One particular concern dealt with proper handling of evidence. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office took over after the city was forced to dissolve the department, which only had 3 officers left. Tonight, they'll discuss the Sheriff's Office 6-month contract. Chief Deputy TJ Wild says his office would be doing an audit and inventory of the evidence department. That's where they left off. And tonight, the residents will have a chance to weigh in and say what they'd like to see happen here. And we'll bring you everything we learn coming up tonight at 10. Reporting live in New Haven, Laura Barczewski, 5 on your side.
Hundreds of crashes happening on the same North St. Louis County street. Tonight, police say they are taking a closer look at the dangers of New Halls Ferry Road. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer has new reaction from residents after yet another violent crash.
It's pretty bad, but it's kind of just, it's forcing. You know, you're kind of used to it, to be honest.
James Hull says he's had a front row seat to multiple crashes, police chases, and overall just bad driving habits on New Halls Ferry Road.
Can I get a GM insert on Bay 2?
Hull works for Take 5 Oil Change and says he knows exactly why the road is so dangerous.
I just think they don't care. Yeah, that's the big thing. They just don't care. I mean, they just trying to get to point A to point B as fast as possible.
The latest victim in a crash on New Halls Ferry Road was a 71-year-old man. He died after a truck traveled into oncoming traffic, hitting his truck, according to the Missouri State Highway Patrol.
A memorial for Gary Bozeman is taking shape on New Halls Ferry Road. Saturday, he died here at the intersection near Newcastle Drive. And today, St. Louis County Police tell us they know this street is dangerous. And just last year, they had over 100 accidents along this road.
You can be driving next to someone that's elderly, someone has a baby aboard. You know, who knows, who you're driving by, but just be cautious of the people around you.
County police say 112 accidents happened on the road last year. 33 of them resulted in injuries, but no deaths occurred. This year, there's been 15 accidents with 2 people injured and 1 death. And Hull says it's not a problem police can fix.
So I think more police is going to kind of make it worse.
He says it's a parent problem, and it's the reason why he's always willing to hire people who need help getting on the right track.
It has to be at home. It has to be with parents. We make the kid, we got to raise the kid. It never stops.
Reporting in Florissant, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Later this week, the Kirkwood City Council will consider a proposal that would close a street and turn over ownership to the Catholic Church. Today, 5 on your side's Holden Kirkwood spoke with residents on both sides of this debate, and he joins us now live from downtown Kirkwood to explain why the church wants to take over the street.
Well, Mike, the city of Kirkwood received input from about 500 people on this issue, 2/3 of which were in support of the church taking over the street. But today I spoke to some parishioners who told me that even they are in opposition. Now, every day, about 500 kids from St. Peter's School have to walk across Jefferson Street, which is one of the busiest streets in the downtown business district, to get to Ursuline Hall and St. Peter Catholic Church. If passed, Jefferson would close between Clay and Harrison Avenue, and the church would spend roughly $600,000 to add a cul-de-sac and then open their parking lot to the public. The proposal has many taxpayers split.
There has been school traffic across Jefferson since I went there in the early 60s, so I don't really see an issue with it.
This would be a way of protecting our children and as to say, benefiting by getting some more parking for the community.
Build the walkway over the road. That's my thought.
The first reading of that proposal is set to take place Thursday night at Kirkwood City Hall. Now, there have been some calls for Kirkwood's mayor and a member of the city council to recuse themselves from any vote. However, the city attorney has said that that's not needed, even though they are members of that church. Reporting live in Kirkwood, Holden Kirkwood, 5 on your side.
Here's something you don't see very often, at least. Snow in the Ozarks. This is what Branson looked like this morning. In fact, we haven't seen much snow here this winter. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is here with the Weather First forecast.
We've had more than we had last year, but that's not saying much. It's been pretty pathetic as far as our snow season has gone in St. Louis. And that snow down in southern Missouri, and it stayed just out of our viewing area, pretty much has melted for the most part. Didn't cause big problems on the roads. There's looking down at what we have right now in Branson. And yes, your road's just a little damp and just on the grassy areas, a little bit of snow left. You want snow close to St. Louis? Well, you have to go out to Hidden Valley. There are some kids out there doing a little bit of ski boarding tonight, and maybe they'll make some more snow this weekend with colder air set to move in as we head Friday night into Saturday night. That system today, scooting by to our south, gave us the clouds around the metro area, but all of the moisture that could produce any precipitation was well to our south. The clearing trend is continuing through the evening hours and overnight. It will be spring-like for the midweek period, and then no significant rain or snow for the next few days. We'll talk about the weekend changes and in just a few minutes.
Coming up, gunfire outside of Florissant McDonald's. How close the bullets got to customers inside.
Plus, a piece of history comes tumbling down in Berkeley. The reason there's so much hope for a brighter future in town.